Best sense as the Iran conflict has been halted.
Hey, hi everyone. Good morning and welcome to our live show. Hope you all are doing great. Welcome all advisor, guest, Van, Adil, Naveen, Saeed, Jane, Indy, Satish, Legal Tender, Blaze. Welcome all. Thanks for joining. Amit, welcome again. Yeah, we had a great market open today, guys. All our levels were in the play, especially, and this is our midpoint play. All of our members should be in this long as we try to get neutral for the week. Nasdaq going into its weekly midpoint, and the reversal happened because of Nvidia again to the penny to the T held our level and rotated the market back up. This is Nvidia reversing the market today. We stayed patient until Nvidia came to this area, got that long, and now we are holding into our final destination. Everything picture perfect today. No drawdown, no drama, no oohs and ahs. just just collecting those Benjamin Franklins.
Target filled.
US stocks hit session high. S&P 500 last up 0.1%. SA repeats that US debt issuance to be regular and unpredictable. And Besant says must let the Treasury buyers know the US is serious on its debt.
Sorry guys, it was a little busy, but yeah, we hit our target. We wait for the next setup now. It was not that difficult to read for us, especially I mentioned, right, all our levels held perfectly, and yeah, there was absolutely no doubt how we wanted to trade the open today.
The Fed bids for 4-week bills totaling $4 billion.
Strong squeeze. I don't know if there is any method. People say my method tells me it's a short, but I am not aware of any method in which this is a short. So I cannot recommend a short here. But we do get once in a while traders who come in our live stream and they tell as per my method or as per my technique it's a short. Those are the one whose heads are getting taken out in this squeeze.
So Putin's envoy Dmitriev says Russia-US negotiations are not on pause. I spoke with Kushner and Witkoff on June 3rd. Says not everything in Russia and the US are contacts is tied to Ukraine. Trilateral discussions with Ukraine on diplomatic tracks are possible when the time is right, and Russia will continue bilateral track with the US on energy and the economy. Dmitriev adds the 3 US sanctions waivers extensions for Russian oil shows that the US understands that such waivers are good for energy market stability.
Yeah, VIX down 2.5% now.
Bills. The prior high yield was 3.63% and the private to cover was 2.76.
We are just waiting for the, I don't know what we are waiting for. Don't want to short this. Yeah, if it comes back to retest this previous broken top, we have some levels there. That is the area I would be interested in long. 400 or below it basically, if it holds.
So in 5 minutes time now, at the bottom of the hour, the US is due to sell $75 billion in 4-week bills. The prior high yield was 3.63% and the prior bid to cover was 2.76.
Yeah, there's still room on the upside, guys. That's the reason why I'll not short this. For some people it could be overbought condition, but for me it is not. Market is still and will go up. But yeah, a nice pullback will give us a safe entry. So a rotation back into this 400 380 area would be a great dip to buy. That is what I'm waiting on. Yeah, all-time high, I agree, can be really risky. They don't give many opportunity because you are always forced to buy like the highs like we are having right now. And the risk of doing that is if it pulls back, it can just simply come down into moving averages like VWAP or previous low to check the liquidity or check that it's still acting as a support. And it can be a huge drawdown. So in spite of market being up. Overall, it will still hold the level and go up, or your average or previous low or double bottom. But that swing or the range is so wide, you don't get. I think two-way price action is what intraday traders prefer. We want market to be fluctuating. Two-way price action gives both long as well as short some kind of a skin in the game. You have to be absolutely confident in holding the trade until final destination. That's the only way to trade the all-time highs.
So we're shortly expecting the results from the US 4-week bill auction. So keep in mind, in 10 minutes time now, at 11:40 a.m. Eastern Time, Bank of England's Governor Bailey is due to be delivering a speech at the Investment Association annual conference. The 4-week high rate of 4.165%, 4.615%, excuse me, with a bid cover of 3.07, 3.07. So the US has sold $75 billion and they awarded 27.64% of bids at high. So in 5 minutes time now at 11:40 a.m. Eastern Time, we're expecting comments from Bank of England's Governor Bailey, who delivers a speech at the Investment Association annual conference.
Yeah, it's not ready to give you any pullback by those highs. That's why best entry was at the open. Went long, made all money, profits we could. Now for this reminder, it's okay. No need to take a risk. It is still long, but why take a risk?
So we're shortly expecting comments from Bank of England's Governor Bailey. And so keep in mind as well, Fed's Daily is currently giving an interview as well. Keep in mind they're also due to speak later this afternoon, but they're just speaking now as well. We've got the live video on the feed. Fed's Daily says productivity gains from AI are not yet seen in the data. Fed's Daily says that she's bullish on AI and next year will be the litmus test. And US Treasury Secretary Bessent now says the US is seeing short-term elevation in prices, they're to come down.
So are we buying this pullback now? Is it enough? I mean, good enough to have a small position. Bigger position, still no.
Fed's Daily says I'm not seeing financial stability concerns over AI.
Already bouncing. Let's get the small position started. I doubt there will be.
Trump 2.0, real wage gains every month except April.
Israeli military says sirens sounded in northern Israel as Hezbollah launched several rockets towards IDF soldiers operating in southern Lebanon.
Fed's Daily says just because we have similarities to the 90s doesn't mean it will be the 90s.
So yeah, good that we started smaller position. This is the problem at all-time highs. The pullback could be very sharp and deep.
Fed's Daily says inflation focus is now on energy and food driving up prices. And on the rate path, Daily says we don't know how the economy will play out. Daily says policy is in a good place. Daily says we are prepared to respond either way. Daily says forward guidance is not good at this juncture.
This is still normal. Coming back to retest previous broken tops, VWAP area here.
Daily says it's hard to say the labour market has firmed. It says right now policy is in a good place, but there is uncertainty ahead. Daily adds the labour market is resilient and we've stabilised. Daily says providing forward guidance could be misleading now.
Background music, is it loud? In the morning it was too low. Guys, can you confirm for me? I think relative to the news, background music is already very low. For me, the news volume is too high. Let me know, guys. I can try to. It's good. Can some more people confirm? So maybe Kannam, maybe refresh the browser. It could be your browser or your computer volume could be loud. Okay. Yeah, I don't see. In fact, volume is little bit. This Music track is very slow. So music volume is much lower as compared to the news volume. News volume is the one which is bit high for me. Okay, all good, then we don't make any change for one person. Maybe you just need to check your laptop or computer's volume setting, Kannam. Okay, thanks guys. Appreciate you all confirming.
Fed's Daily says the most worrying today is getting inflation back to target. That's the number one priority.
Yeah, the bounce Martman came up Thursday low too, and at the same time Nvidia, which was going down, reversed to the T on our weekly midpoint. Weekly midpoint on Nvidia and Nasdaq, perfect Thursday low to reversal. We all took that long all the way to the weekly midpoint 405. Top of the hour, okay. Thanks.
Bank of England's Governor Bailey says the markets have been orderly and stretched at times. Freddie Mac say US mortgage rates fall slightly to 6.48%. So that's the US 30-year fixed rate mortgage averaging 6.48% for the June 4th week, which is down from 6.53% the prior week. 15-rate mortgages at 5.79%. Meta shares extend gains to 3.1%. We did see reports that Instagram are to launch Instagram Plus. Bank of England Governor Bailey says markets may be exaggerating the speed of AI pass-through. According to a statement, US House lawmakers release a draft AI regulation bill.
Aman, when are you looking to start options group? I'm making first of all adjustments what I need to do. I have been remodeling my trading room to make space for more screens so that I can watch data. I need to watch for trading stocks and options more. Okay, let's take at least one out here and trail 2. I have to start, I know. Busy. We'll start something. Preparations are the key. Here in the futures, our levels work so well, we trade well most of the days, is because there's a lot of preparations. So unless I am able to make, those adjustments which are needed to do the right preparations, I'm not going to start in a rush. But it's going to come soon. Congratulations, guest. Fine X5. Yeah, I mean, eventually you get it, but you need to be able to repeat. That's the key. Success will come to everyone here and there, but if only those people who can repeat it by a fixed way, fixed method, fixed process will make money consistently in the market. So good thing is we have fixed process, fixed strategy, doesn't change. Year after year it works. Hit the like button, guys, if you enjoyed this trade, enjoyed the analysis that this market is strong, should not try to short. And if I have an opinion, I always have a trade on. I don't give my analysis without being in the trade. So if I have an opinion, I make sure that I have a trade on. Do my entries, exit. Could have gone with the more contracts, but already made profits. There's no need to take risk, unnecessary risks. If it is needed, then I'm ready to take risk. Like, if there's no need, we wait for the more deeper pullback. If more deeper pullback, I would have had more bigger size. A smaller pullback like that, we are in the squeeze right now, so we don't know, right? Once the squeeze is over, it may come down again. Tomorrow we have non-farm payroll, so there could be more two-way price action. There's still time left in this week. ES midpoint, Vijay, Amit, if you're trading for the ES midpoint, it's coming. I slept at 1:30 a.m. in the morning. Man, I've worked really hard last few years now. I was making a lot of changes to my office space. Ordered few screens.
The Nasdaq 100 pairs declines to 0.45%.
Yeah, we have built a very good strategy, guys. Especially members should be very proud. This works so well, and it is most of the time strategies. They are only like good in certain conditions, right? If this happens, then yeah. If this happens, our strategy has all the element in it. Whether it's you are a scalper, whether you are a huge, big, swing trader, or you are trend follower, you are counter trend, style trader, you are correlation, you are trader, like you watch correlations. It fits every style of trading, and it has all the aspects, whether at all-time highs, whether selling off into 52-week lows. Strategy has everything in it. All the bases are covered. No, we also have, no, we don't call it fair value gap, but our masters level, right? They are the key. But fair value gap where? 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute. Masters level is masters level. Whether you see it in 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, 20 minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, daily. Masters level is a level. That is where it beats all those, backward looking strategies. Tell me one number, okay? No matter what the market is, if it's a big sell, big rally, range bound trading, if that level is going to come, will it give me a reaction? High likelihood with our masters. This bounce, by the way, is coming from our new paradigm. Just below the weekly midpoint there was a new paradigm level. We held the weekly midpoint and the new paradigm level. We already held this level and we bounced. Look at this, guys. Every single level held. This is our daily planned low. We hit from yesterday's finish. This was our planned low 1 and 2. This is where we form the head and shoulder. This is the shoulder, and this is the head pattern and shoulder pattern. Just at low 1 and low 2, and we are reversing, come back to retest weekly midpoint and the new paradigm level, and we are heading into our masters now. I don't know, guys. Simple. Just don't mess up trading big size. If your account cannot afford 2000 drawdown and you're trading 2 E-minis, yeah, one candle fluctuation, your $2,000, $500 will be hit. Trade the right size. If you have a 200k, 300k account, 100k account, you're trading multiple E-minis, it's understandable. It's okay. 4,000-5,000. You make some, you lose some. One, two, three, four, five, six. I have like 4 good screens with good resolution. The thing is, my previous screens are not that great resolution. They don't fit a lot of data. So now I am happy with at least 4 screens, because the streaming and YouTube takes up like almost 2 screens. Yeah, so right now I am just streaming from the 4 screens. The problem is now I have good resolution. 3440 cross 1440. My older screen had a bit lower resolution, could not fit a lot of data in it. Yeah, my previous screens were like 1080 cross 2560 or 2560 cross 1080. Very low resolution. 34 inch. I don't like going with those 48-inch. I thought of buying them, but I cannot stack them one above another. It's very like, I don't play games, so it's not of much use. I understand people who play, those games and all. They need those kind of curved monitors and all. This is still curved, but yeah, it's decent, like not extreme curved. Right now you have two monitors, one for your stream and for trading view. Yeah, I mean, as you make profits and payout, try to get nice desktop. The advantage is, it will have graphics card where you can run 4 screens. Laptop, they get bit hot, right? If you add more screens, their graphics cards are small. Even if they have good graphics card, they will heat up so much. So get a nice desktop so that you can run 3 or 4 monitors down the line. Even if you start with 2, as you make more profits, you can add more monitors. You need data. I mean, depends, right? What is your strategy? If your strategy, I don't know, like you know, right? My strategy is bit more complicated, more depth. I go through many correlations in the market. So it requires tracking different charts, different markets, stocks, some sectors, multiple indexes. So I need at least 4 monitor. I mean, YouTube takes 2. Like for streaming, I have to run the software. I have to monitor your chat. It takes up good one and a half screen. So Microsoft is coming down, Apple is starting to bounce. So within the tech, they are doing the rotation. Whenever you see the rotation, it's a sign that market may still continue to hold and may not sell off. They're just rotating between different names. Overall, it may not impact indexes. Yes, almost there, home. I think yet to tag the weekly midpoint by 1 tick or something. Ugh. Excuse me. Yeah, I have had like multiple days now where I have been awake until 1, 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. I hope to get some good rest this weekend. Let me go grab my food. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Nasdaq continuing to pair losses here. It's now only down 0.15%. Tasnim News saying that Iran and Russia have signed a $25 billion MOU for cooperation in the nuclear sector. Iran's ambassador to Moscow said, highlighting expanding collaboration between the two countries on major nuclear energy projects.
Sorry guys, I've been doing a lot of back and forth here. Yeah, this is steady. Don't touch, don't interrupt, let it grind kind of a move. How do you hold? Tried many things, removed the dollar value, tick percentage, value in active PNL. Same problem. I mean, look at the charts, guys. I have huge trust in our levels. There is nothing here in between. Why? So when I entered this trade, okay, I knew, like I told you, right? Even on the people who are not member, you saw me when the market was here. I told you, right? I prefer buying 400 or 380 area. 400 is our midpoint, 405. 380 is our new paradigm level here, 379. So I'm okay to buy this area. I know it could come back here and it could still be in the uptrend. So I know buying here, my risk is this. So I entered like couple of micro, 2 or 3, right? And if it dips here, I was ready to buy, 5 more micro. So my original or final size on the 150k account is 8 micros. So if I bought 2 or 3 here, I'm ready to buy 5 more here at this price. And I will have stop loss, defined stop loss below this line. So this much risk I can afford. My average will be somewhere here. It's okay. I'll take a $800, $900 drawdown. So I have that much of preparation. Now with those 2-3 micros, we are 3 micros long here. I already take profit here. Second profit we take here. And we got one runner. What's there to lose now? We already made money. This comes here. I have stop loss just below this area now. So forget PNL and all. How about just watching our levels? And the thing is, there is nothing. It's a big vacuum here. The reason why it is grinding like this is because we don't have any level here. This is an open zone. This is a vacuum. And we are supposed to go through this vacuum uninterrupted. Or there's no resistance here. It's just vacuum. Yeah. So don't look at your PNL account, so much. If you are trading the right size, go for the entire move.
So keep in mind in 10 minutes time now at the top of the hour, or at 10 minutes past the top of the hour, a Fed's Daily due to be speaking once again. No text is expected, but there will be a Q&A. So Daily is speaking at a technology summit moderated by a Caroline Hyde.
You're right, LC. Dow is on fire, headed towards its weekly high. One heck of move in Dow. And it has a lot of time. It has time until Friday now, tomorrow. But I think it's going to get it done somewhere today before end of the day.
We have posted the live video on the feed for those interested, as Daily is due to be speaking at the Bloomberg Technology Summit in again just under 10 minutes time now.
Russia's Putin says Russia and China will soon make global energy market happy with our new agreements.
So I'm okay. It's making a lot of attempt here to break higher and doing little bit of rounding. I can always re-enter if it dips. How good was that stop loss?
Russia's Putin says we can control Donbass and still make a peace deal.
You like the trade? You like the patience level, guys? Sometimes market makes our job very easy, guys. If they are very trendy, strong, all we need to do is trade smaller size, be patient. If they're not trendy, choppy, there are some days, right, where they are just constantly negating the news, right? First news, they are saying, denying the news, then total confusion. So there are some days which, you can bank on. And then there are some days where, yeah, it's okay. It's a fast price action, two-way price action. Here, there is no need to overcomplicate your trading. It's simple, grind higher kind of a day. If somebody is messing up on this kind of a day, you really need to change your strategy, which is recommending you to short this market. But there are so many fair value gaps, RDGD. Yeah, that's the big issue for keep staring at fair value gaps. Excuse me. Who is in long with me right from the point we entered? Is there someone still long in this move, or you broke down your trade into multiple? This you're out, Indy. You had your longest hold on the short trade already yesterday. You don't want to beat that today. So long on ES.
Russia's Putin says Trump in Alaska asked Russia for some compromises. Russia is ready. Okay, we'll take our profit here. If it stops us, I'm not going to move my stop. But again, if it bounces like last time, then I really have very good stop loss management skills. There you go. Nailed it one more time. Yeah, so far it's been unbreakable stop loss I have been having on this move. It's 100 points already from the entry till now. We had multiple contracts, already booked profit. This is just a runner. I would like my next level at least on this move. But let's see. Breakout at this time of the day, late in the day. Google announced new data center and energy investments in Texas. There you go. Just because you hit the like button, market is now breaking out. So really appreciate you hitting that like button and giving us this relief breakout finally. All credit goes to you for
Ed's
that like
Daily
button.
Bloomberg Tech Event says evidence in particular firms and sectors of AI-driven productivity gains, but not yet seeing it at scale.
How do you like that breakout? I am okay to take profit now.
Daily says haven't seen AI drive the inflation numbers.
I'll be trailing very tight.
Daily says inflation is being driven by tariffs, which are hopefully rolling off. Daily says oil prices are pushing up energy and food prices.
I got a very tight stop loss now. Very tight. Very tight. I am really impressed with my stop loss management skills today.
Daily says so far, Gen AI is being used to augment not replace the workforce.
Okay, we'll take our profit here. Unless it does not want my stop loss, I can't help, guys. I'm trailing this tight. I can't help. I'm just too good. I can't help. Oh my goodness, stop the madness, RDGD. Anyone else feeling the same? It's very impressive how I'm trailing. You're just lucky, bro. Okay, let's go with that luck. He's just lucky. He's just trading one micro.
Daily says, asked about the 5 to 10 year outlook, says AI could reduce inflation. Fed Schmidt now saying data suggests economy is doing well. Daily says productivity gains should allow deflation. The timing is what matters.
Hit the like, guys, for this stop loss. Hit the like for this
Daily
big
says
move we
monetary policy
captured.
Decisions are about a 12-month landscape.
Hit the like for whatever works.
Fed Schmidt says
Music,
inflation is too
background,
high. It has been
news.
a 5-year fight, and the Fed is still trying to figure it out. Daily says right now the issue of AI being disinflationary is not the pressing issue.
So yeah, guys, consider becoming member. I don't know. It is a very crucial and very important input which I gave you over here, that we don't have any
Schmidt says
levels in
most of the
between.
higher prices people are paying for energy are staying in the US economy.
There's nothing in between. It's going to fly here. There's no level in between. Else I would have a level, guys. You know, for every level there's a pause, reaction, interaction. There's nothing in between here. It's a vacuum. And
Schmidt says the big question for oil
I have a
is
trade
how
on,
long
guys,
prices
for
stay
that.
high, and that is a political decision.
so I don't know. It's a very critical input
And
for
Fred Schmidt
any
says the US economy, by
trader.
and large, is in a good place.
If someone is short, they are been given a very crucial input that this test held. There is no RDGD level, guys. I calculate 85 levels. Do you understand? 85 levels on the chart throughout the week. What it takes, guys? Give me one more level here or two more levels here. There's nothing here. It's a very key input. Okay, it's a very key input, and it's being demonstrated with a trade, backed by a trade. And if there was something in between, why it has not stopped me out? You have seen how tightly I have been trailing this trade. Still hasn't hit my stop loss. Is it impressive, or is it just a luck? Or is it just a coincidence you don't have any level here? You tell me, guys. So get access to all those levels. I teach everything. I'm ready to share. People who sell courses, strategies, they never trade live. You know, they pick the charts anecdotally, you know, from the past. You know, one instance this happened, that happened. It has to be in the live, today's market. Now, tell me now, what's going to happen now? Not hindsight, not once upon a time. Now. So here's the link in the chat, !join. We'll bring that link, or go to the channel page, click on join button, get access to my levels. Morning reversal also with God, guys. It was Nvidia selling off. Nvidia went into our midpoint, and look at that reversal from the morning sell off we had, and it has not even looked back. That's why I'm saying, right? Somebody asked me, when are you starting your options group, stocks group? I mean, there is no motivation. People, you know, just see, they go. It's a 4% move, guys. You can imagine doing that with the options. We already took that reversal in our futures market here on the Nasdaq. On the Nasdaq, we had a level, we hit the daily low too. That was our planned move for today. This is what we had planned for. Yesterday's finish. Today, maximum we planned for this much move on the downside. Market exactly, do you see, to the penny, to the T, to the cent, to the dime, whatever you call it, right? It hit and reversed the market. There's nothing here. It's a vacuum. It's a vacuum here. So yeah, get access to all these things we do here, guys. It's not common. It's not very, you know,
trader next door strategy or conventional demand supply or anything. It's a very intelligent strategy. It incorporates implied volatility, it incorporates everything in terms of the news, in terms of everything. I go into the options market, who does an excellent job of handicapping the risk, whether it's on the weekly basis, whether it's on the daily basis. I extract my level based on the options market bets for 1 week, for each day. Every evening I work hard. Monday night I give levels for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday in the books I share my level for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday in the books I share my level for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday in the book I share my level for Thursday, Friday. If Wednesday there was a volatility, Thursday's level will reflect expansion of that implied volatility in the levels. Again, market rallies, volatility contracts, VIX falls. Friday's level will incorporate that range. Tomorrow's range will not be this huge. Today you see huge range because day before we had a crazy price action here. Yesterday you don't know guys, there was a 1000 point movement, 300 point down, 250 point up, 250 point down, 200 point up. There was a $1,000
Stop filled.
movement yesterday and it reflected in today's price action. You cannot come unprepared guys in the market. Just motivation to pass an account, motivation to get a payout cannot be the reason for taking trade. Anyway, we took our profit. Previously we had resistance here, we had rejection in this zone, but it doesn't mean that we are selling off. But I'm okay, I was trailing too tight, and at least I think I demonstrated good 120 points hold on the trade. I think 390 was the zone where we went long, 490 100 points, and we exited here at 430. So 140 points hold on that move.
Putin says Germany needs to decide on Russian gas supplies via Nord Stream.
So there is a link
Schmidt's biggest risk facing the economy right now is inflation.
which is in the
I'm
chat.
just saying we are ready to supply it.
Watch that link or video. It explains my strategy in great detail. And if you decide to become member, on the join page you'll watch this video. It explains my strategy. Select respective tab and click join. Once you are member, come back to the home page. You have all the educational video. I even share the formula how I calculate my weekly and daily levels. Every single strategy using which level, how to trade is explained in all these videos. Every evening after the market close, I share my levels under the post tab. You get all my levels. You also get to see how my chart looks like. Look here. This is where we were yesterday evening when I shared my chart, and this was still positioned to go into this area. That's what we did, and now we are back into this zone. This is what you have been trading for, 566 number. So yeah guys, you need to prepare. I don't know if this is too much for someone, then obviously this may not be the right strategy for you, but we come well prepared in the market. We are at any given point of time aware what this market is capable of doing on the upside, what this market is I mean, do you ever see me guys or my members tell, I am surprised, this market keeps fucking going up, this market keeps going fucking down all the time, this market is crazy, this market is not stopping, this market does not know how to pull back? It is not. It is your lack of knowledge that you are not aware why the market went down. It is your lack of knowledge shorting this strong move. It is headed into our masters guys. This is one of our key levels. It's not going to stop until it reaches our masters on the high. You want a number? I'll tell you the number. It's not going to stop until it reaches 589 on the upside, 566 and 589. That's where it is headed right now. So yeah, you need to be well prepared in the markets. Preparation is the key. Execution is just 20% guys. You hear all these terms on the internet, on the videos. 20% is the execution, 80% is the knowledge. But how about working and doing some groundwork for that 80% of knowledge? We never saw panic in this trading channel. I don't know guys. I don't know, if you are still on the sidelines, what are you waiting for? Like me having a very collapse, kind of a day where I totally collapse. Now I know his true colors. He's just like me. He's just like me, any other trader. He's not that ideal, I was thinking about.
Yeah, people are watching me for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years now. Well, what is going to change now? You tell me. What has changed in last 3 years, 2 years, or 1 year, or 6 months? You have been watching me. In fact, all you have seen is me getting better day by day. Yeah, if there is sudden manipulative news, that is the only time we get in trouble. Yeah, it's okay, and you are going to lose, right? We trade with a defined risk, with defined capital. If they suddenly tell that they are going back to war again, they are suddenly saying we are not doing talking anymore, they are suddenly saying we are now hugging each other and it's a peace deal done. You cannot control the long or short you are in that kind of a news environment. So those are the only kind of environment you'll see me getting me in trouble, or whatever, like feeling the heat. But you are supposed to lose someday, right? At least by a manipulative news or sudden drop of breaking news. If that is the reason, that is fine, and I always use my stop loss for those reasons. Yes, but there are traders who have written their own script. It's not, I want you to mark the levels manually, so that when you mark the level, you see what is going on with the market, what happened yesterday. That is how you prepare. The groundwork happens, the analysis happens many hours before even you start trading. Trading is just, guys, coming to like a celebration. You already done the hard work. You know what this market is capable of doing, why it has gone down, why it has gone up, why it could come down. And all you do is come, manage risk, place trade. You don't start analyzing, making decisions on the fly. That is the big cause of the failure of traders. They don't prepare, they don't get ready on their charts, they don't have marked their levels, they don't have any mental plan how they want to go long, where they want to short, where they want to, they just react to the moving candles. It's all explained in all the educational videos I have.
What, you did not believe me and my levels that this is headed into 560 area, 566? What's the difference between membership level and the cost? So it's mentioned on that video all. It depends on the geography. But I can tell you the difference wise. So in our basic group, members group, I calculate my weekly expected range of movements for all this market. Weekly levels for Nasdaq, ES, Dow, Russell, Gold. So right now we all know, right? Rally is fueled by Nvidia especially. Nvidia was going down in the morning. Here's your level on Nvidia this week. This was our weekly expected range of movement. And when our weekly breaks, that is where hedging activity kicks in. Market 68% of the time is expected to remain in this one standard deviation. And when this range breaks, that is where hedging activity kicks in and it spirals towards the upside or spiral towards the downside. And that probability is 32% up or 32% down. You can see, right, in this case, we have hit the upper edge and the hedging activity kicked in and we simply spiraled. You can look at the speed. It's algorithmic move, spirals into the 2 deviation move, hits the 2 deviation move, which is double of this, 1x, just double this move, 2x, hits that, comes back to here, holds the upper edge and comes right back here where it left off last Friday. And again, this morning's bounce is brought to by here and it's probably headed back into that 1 deviation move one more time. So this is how, our standard deviation works. I also have a few examples this week where maybe we can take Meta. It hit the lower edge and right back came into the midpoint one more time. Here's Meta. Went from Friday close into our weekly low, held that area and came right back up. And we can go on and on. There are many examples we can go through. But I share my levels like here. Right now Dow is the mover, big mover of the day. And here's Dow headed into our weekly expected move upper edge. So in the weekly group, just for $7 entire month, I give levels for Nasdaq, ES, Dow, Russell, Gold, all the markets. Gold, you want to see? Gold moved big. Just to go hit the weekly expected move lower edge and return back up. For $7 entire month, I give these levels. Hit the lower edge and came right back up. Again, this is like to the penny, not even like missing by few cents. So yeah, I share my weekly levels for Nasdaq, ES, Dow, Russell, Gold, Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Google, Amazon, Tesla, Meta, Broadcom. Broadcom had earnings. You want to see Broadcom this week? This was the priced in move for Broadcom. Before the earning, it hit the upper edge of our expected move to the penny and returned right back down. And probably, today, if there was more negative open, we would have even gone for the lower edge. Microsoft did that. Microsoft earlier this week was positive. Hit the upper edge of the expected move from last Friday's finish, hit the upper edge to the penny, came right back down, break, retest midpoint and went into the lower edge and now sitting at the lower edge of the expected move. Everything is controlled by the algorithm, big money, and they work on these bets, guys. They don't work on the moving averages and fair value gaps. This is what the calculations works in the market. So I share the calculation for all the sectors, financial, energy, healthcare, which impact S&P, all the important tech stocks which impacts Nasdaq. Masters comprises of 2 levels. Masters group, it has our experts level, which is our daily projection. Today's move on the Nasdaq is our daily low. It hit our daily low 1 and daily low 2, and that is to the penny. You can see, right? Not even missing a cent here. To the T. We are talking about a $30,000 product. $30,000 product to the penny and reverses right back up from where it was supposed to move. It was a daily planned move today. That's what we did. So yeah, I go in the options market. I do all these calculations on a weekly, daily basis. I even share the formula, how I calculate them in one of my educational videos with the members. Masters, I look back in the order book, see where there were key turnaround points. If you want to see Dow, as I mentioned, right, is on the move. You want to see the last turnaround point or test point. This is that masters level. This is where we validated last. Masters level hold.
In fact, I shared 2 masters level here. I was telling to my members how proud I am of this 2 masters level. So you have our weekly midpoint, a major level where billions and billions of dollars are riding, and you have one masters level above and second masters level below. Look at here. Rejects ahead of that important key level, Friday finish last week. Rejects ahead of that and bounces, and when it goes up, it comes and bounces ahead of that level. So both time missing our midpoint. So this level is that critical, masters level. It acts as a big launch pad for big moves. Double bottom, double top at those levels can never be ignored. We have documented many examples where, market, those masters level we have, they act as a huge launch pad. If they have 2 levels side by side, they both have reaction in them. They act as a big launch pad for the big move. Double tops have a big reaction on them. Double bottoms at those levels have a big reaction in them. So yeah, it is based on the order flow. And here I just look back couple of days in the order book. So to get you 4 levels, but to get more such levels, I go up to 1 year in the order books. So in total, you get 9 such turnaround points on your chart, 4 masters and 9 or total 5 new paradigm. And those weekly and daily act as a guiding light, right? Where the market is headed, if it is going down, where it is headed, if it is going up, where it is headed. It's a very comprehensive strategy which covers both side, long, short, sideways, crazy rallies, reversals. Everything is impact, or everything is incorporated in the strategy. Most of the strategy are backward looking. There is no strategy which plots the right side. Is there an indicator which plots the right side here in the market? None. They all plot lagging indicator left side, and that is where this this strategy has both the elements. Not only looks backward, which is important, what happened in the past, history is important, but more importantly, future is very important. Where the bets are, what the market is pricing in to do, what it has already priced in for this data, non-farm payroll, ADP job report came out, Jolt's job opening came out. Every evening when I calculate the level, those numbers which are coming out from Jolt's, those numbers which came out from the ADP report, those numbers which came out from the weekly jobless report today will reflect in tomorrow's level, because Sunday night I will do the calculation for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday night goes in the book, I do the calculation for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday in the book, I will redo the calculation for all the markets. So it's a very, very detailed and in-depth. And that's, people say you hold well. How do you know? I told you this market is headed into 566 and 589. You didn't believe me, right? Because you don't know the calculation. I have the calculation, I told you, right? This market is headed into our masters. I just showed you here. We were right over here, right? I have been holding this long. On this pullback we went, and there is nothing in between. If I calculate 85 lines, guys, what's there? Why can't I calculate 2 more levels here? There's nothing there. It's a vacuum. It's going to get sucked all the way into our masters. It's not stopping until our masters is reached. Look at that. I told you, right? 566 and 589 is your number. Where's the market right now? 589. So yeah, guys, you're welcome to join, get more knowledge from me, or I don't know, it's up to you. Hope someday will turn around for you. And I hope it turn around for you, right? I don't know, maybe through an indicator or maybe through some fair value gap. But for me, there are no shortcuts. You prepare in the market, you come well prepared. As I mentioned, right, in New Paradigm Group, every morning 2 hours I prepare before the market open, 1 hour at the market open. I trade with them. I share the complete analysis. Like today, it was a clear call out I had given to the members that this market is coming down today at the open for Nvidia to hit the weekly midpoint. And as soon as it hit the weekly midpoint, we went long and we captured every ounce of this move along with the Nasdaq, along with your futures. Anyway, so yeah, there's the link in the description. Join this channel to get access to all the perks, members only videos. When you click on that link, you can rewatch all this information I mentioned in more detail in this video. Just click on this video, it will play all these details I shared in more detailed manner. Select which group you want to join. All the perks are mentioned here. You can read what each group has. Like if you want to trade market open and pre-market show, you need to become New Paradigm member. If you only want my levels, members or masters are the best group. Members is just for $7, gives you access to my weekly level. Masters is I think $50 per month, gives you access to my weekly, daily,
and those reversal points. And if you want extensive, all like this is at least 75% of my levels, you get it. If you want 100% and me during the pre-market, market open, you got to become new paradigm member, trade alongside with me. And I don't like speaking much in hindsight. Join, come tomorrow and ask me tomorrow what is going to happen. Don't ask me now, okay, what happened, why it bounced, why it rallied. Ask me like here I told you, right, this market, don't short it, it is headed into the masters. But people just seeing that the market is up, they will short. They think, oh, this is so much up, oh, this is so much up, oh, this is so much up. They don't know it is headed into my masters. They don't know it is still having some room on the upside. So I think that is very important, guys. Skills, knowledge is very important. And if someone is ready to share, someone is a good quality, it's your choice. Struggle on your own, or go from one to second to third, just to find out they are all same age old concepts which don't work. It's all about levels. Doesn't matter if it is too high or too low. Yeah, I mean, markets and algorithm, they work on those bets, right? So it's a simple logic. So someone could be young, someone could be in their 20s. For them it could be too much, right? All this information, what is he talking about? First of all, A, I don't like your accent, RDGD. B, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So for those people, okay, who don't love my accent, or who don't understand what shit I'm talking about, what is this bullshit? The markets are simple. You just buy and hold or sell and hold, it will come down. At the crux of it, market is about buyers and sellers, okay? We agree on that part. Very basic, very elementary. Market is made of buyers and sellers. So you are saying that you want to trade market without knowing who is buying, right? Who is buying or who has bought, right? If they are buying in future, who is buying, who is going to buy, where they are going to buy, who is buying, is it institution or is it just the retail? These levels I share are the institutional level, because I extract based on the options market. It is a one standard deviation straddle where the money, big money or market makers have sold calls and puts. The market makers, they are the one who are selling you calls and puts in the options market, and that is how the money gets funded, right, into the, or funneled into the markets, right, through options, through products. And people who are selling them, selling calls and selling puts, I bring that data to you, right, where the bet is. Today the bet was right over here. That's why you see market turning around to the dime on that number today. This is where the bets were placed. These two were the locations where the bets were placed for today. Look the amount of time we have spent here. And guess what? You have a head and shoulder pattern here between these two levels before we reverse back up into our masters. So going back to that, who is buying, where they are ready to buy or sell, who is buying or selling, where they are buying or selling, and what is their target, right? Where beyond with the hedging activity will kick in, right? You just saw Nvidia, what happens when you don't respect the target. That's where algos don't see, right, how much the stock is up. The stock could be up, like here it was priced in to move 11%, but if you don't stop at 11%, the hedging activity kicks in and it becomes 22% move. It already moved from bottom all the way till top 22%. You see, right? That is how market function. That is how algos function. They don't function based on like who is, who is watching what fair value gap or so these calculations is what matters in the market. Who is buying, where they are buying, what is their target, right? So and same goes for the seller. Who is selling, where they are selling, what is their selling target. And coming blindly to trade the market, keep shorting, guys. Keep shorting. No, I don't look at GEX intraday apart from the expected move. No, simple, keeping it simple. This is enough. This is already very comprehensive and in depth what we do. I declared this strategy complete, guys. No more. I told you, right? October finished. The pyramid is finished. There's nothing new coming. If anything, we are going to do more options and more complications with those options like butterflies, straddles, iron condors. Yeah, those are the next stages of evolvement for us. This is complete. First of all, I don't know GEX. Okay, so if you can come, always refer GEX. I have no idea what GEX is. Is this anything related to options estimate level? I just explained everything, right? One standard deviation in the weekly, one standard deviation in the daily for the projection. For the past, it is your conventional looking in the order book where the big money has stepped in and bought the market or sold the market, where it is capable of reflecting where the hedging can kick in. But they are okay for you. It might be related. For me, I have zero knowledge about GEX or GEX, whatever it is or however it is called. I just use the simple deviation, standard deviations, but the way I do it is very accurate. My levels will be always better than what you might get on Think or Swim, Tasty Trade, Schwab, whatever platform you could be using. They don't even come this close or in terms of accuracy as my levels. I'm doing it for 4 years now. I obviously mastered it. So yeah, whoever I see someone becoming masters, make sure once you become member, you go through these educational videos. It explains everything in detail, whatever I'm talking about. Go in the home page, watch all these videos. They're not, they're simple, 8-10 minutes. This one is heavy, 1 hour, because I explain the formula. I explain how I calculate my level on daily and the weekly. And go through all these videos. They are numbered in which order they must be watched. Your mind will going to completely get blown away. Like what were you even thinking so far? Like how market functions because of the moving averages, because of the gaps. Yeah, they are there for the general awareness. If you're taking a trade where, like I was trailing, right? I was trailing my stop loss. I was trailing the entry. I said, right, I'm ready to buy here, but with a smaller size. I would prefer more deeper pullback if it happens for a bigger size. So yeah, those small tactical decision you can make, but in general, why this market is moving, what is making it move. If you don't understand this aspect, you cannot move and win consistently each day. One day you will win here, one day you will win there. You'll not know how to repeat it. Now we have hit masters. Are you going to do the same mistake, Amit? You know, right? I disrespected masters in the morning for years, right? I said, whatever, market is strong. And I took $700 drawdown in one of the trade. So you want to disrespect Nasdaq masters? Feel free. We are at Nasdaq masters. It is capable of rejecting. So if you are closing 5-minute candles above masters, then yeah. Right now midpoint at least, forget about the daily high. At least the daily midpoint is coming on the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is still negative, down 50 points, so it will first turn positive, but you have masters level to clear on Nasdaq, so be aware of that. Don't do the same mistake which I did in the morning. Yeah, so once you go through those videos, you'll understand everything. And as I mentioned, every evening under the post tab, I share my levels. There's a picture and as well as a text. You click on read more, copy that text in your notepad and bring those level in your charts, whatever platform you're trading. click on this link. I even share the screenshot how my charts are looking for tomorrow. It's just a picture, but at least you get to see visually after plotting your level how it should look. I mean, there's your pullback from the masters. I told you, right? Don't do the same mistake which I did in the morning. Don't. That's the thing, right? After having a good strategy, if we are little bit casual about it, if we what happens? It's a strong day. Let's ignore masters. No. I'm going to respect masters. If it closes next 5-10 minutes candles above that masters, then yes, we can talk something more upside. But as of now, this is the planned upside for us when we went long on that Nvidia reversal, and the long side, at least for now, it's over for me. I clearly told you right here on the live stream, 566 and 589 are our target. We hit 566, we hit 589, and there's where at least a pause is happening right now. It is capable of rejecting. The only motivation I see is, gap fill, right? Nasdaq just 40 points away from the daily gap fill. It might turn positive, and for that reason, we might immediately break masters and get that gap fill done. So yeah, as I mentioned, right here we have a very important level. So we are paused at that level. The reason it may not reject majorly is because there is another level below it, so it can consolidate little bit. But the big motivation is this one, 40 points, and it turns positive at this blue line. So Nasdaq may try to turn positive, may trigger some new order flow from beyond this point. But yeah, until we are at pause at this line, I am not going to, it's a very major level for us. It is capable of, rejecting or doing something. We'll watch. If NQ clears masters, can ES go to the daily mid? Okay. Oh, okay. I thought like NQ going to the weekly or daily high you are talking about. ES daily high. Yeah, why not? That's the next natural target for ES. It also has masters there. So yeah, ES
A lot of motivation.
Guys, back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, you can see, right, market held. So when I have two levels side by side, even your pause, consolidation, and the amount of the movement is also controlled by machines and algorithm. Look at that, exactly this much amount of movement. That's why I'm not shorting. It's good, it's important level. It's not, you're not just going to go past it like that. But at the same time, short only this much of potential. When I went long, you see the potential I had, right? This is the kind of move I'm looking for, right? Here it can chop around, it can bounce. Eventually, if it is going above it, there's no time left, right? It's already 2:30 in the day. Yeah, little bit of green. And as one of my members pointed out, ES could be the one which could be the driver, because ES has its master's level here, just like Nasdaq. ES has its key level here. That's the reason I wouldn't short. ES still going for this one. Nasdaq may hold and may try to get green. That will be for Nasdaq, but ES is the one which will push for its master's level, and the daily high also coincides here. This is the planned daily move for ES. From yesterday's close, this is how much we are supposed to move on the upside. And no matter how hard you short, how many times averaging down you do, you know why it is not working for you. Generally, I copy 2 to 3 accounts maximum. I don't go beyond 3 accounts. So on a strong green day, I don't mind, using the master's account, with more freedom. But whenever it is a volatile day, like yesterday, right, whole lot of confusion. So yeah, yesterday was a lot of confusion, right? I just showed you. We had 1000 points of movement. First at the open, we moved 300 point down. Then we moved up 250 point. Then we moved down 250 point. Then we moved up another 200 point. Yeah, I go a little less. Like I use like one master account or two master account, and mostly try to keep, risk in the evaluation accounts. So on a green day like today, strong day where we have good reversal, less risk. That is the day you bank on, all your funded account, personal accounts more. Yeah, but I did great. But if you involve too much of emotions on a difficult day, like you are risking too much of your personal money, you are risking too much of funded accounts, your emotions can get better of you. And then on a difficult day, you will not be able to trade well. So on difficult day, you want to reduce pressure on yourself, right? But any given point of time, any trade, I try to copy in minimum 2 or 3 accounts, so that at least it's worth the effort. Green days, reversal days, trend days are easier to trade. When it is a confusion, news driven sell off, it's not easy to manage many accounts. But yeah, at no point I trade more than 3 accounts. 3 account is the max. 2 or 3 accounts. So Brian, yeah, reminder, ES headed into the masters, but Nasdaq has its own masters. That's why you have to respect Nasdaq's masters. You cannot simply go long while Nasdaq is below its masters. And ES has little bit tendency of disappointing, right? ES has some tendency of disappointing. ES will do it, maybe it can do it after hours. That's why I have slowed down, right? On my long, I got long, guys. If someone is thinking like he's not trading anymore, I can show you my entries. We are long. These are our entries. This is all long. So before you question me and my he's not trading, he's just wasting time. This is how much I have traded today. Okay, so don't you think like I'm not interested, but I'm only interested in the quality trades. And you tell me now, has the market gone past that zone? It has not. it won't go past that zone that easily. That's why I said to Amit, right? Don't do the mistake of disrespecting our masters. It is not going to let you go past. But the only reason we are not shorting this is because ES has its eyes set on that masters, and ES is not showing any fluctuation signs. So to help out ES, Nasdaq may hold, may not drop, or ES will disappoint and Nasdaq will drop. But in either case, I'm not interested in shorting the market right now. When do I short? I short on days where it is capable of making new session lows. When we have reversal, the small tactical, I like momentum driven, right? The market is already selling, there's a negative news, we have many products, many sectors moving towards the downside, then it makes easier and much profitable to hold the short bit longer and get big wins. But yeah, small pullback just to go back like here and test the next zone we have as a support. Not interested. Basically, I don't want to go against the trend. So I doubt we'll have another setup. It is doing what it is supposed to do. It is trapped between those two lines. And once it is above, it is going to make a push for that 50-point Nasdaq to get flat for the day. But other than that, as of now, hard to see why we would sell. Still, motivations are locked on the upside. Russell, by the way, has hit our both daily high 1 and daily high 2. There's no crack anywhere in the market right now. So guys, I think I'm going to call it a day here. I need to get little rest. The market is not moving at all, and I have some things to take care of in the evening. I just got 30 minutes for myself before I got to go pick up my daughter. And I don't think I'm going to buy this high, or definitely not shorting this market. So wish you good luck guys for that last 50 points. Nasdaq may try to push for to get green. Have a great evening, and I'll see you back tomorrow morning. Thanks. Bye bye.